Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. It seems like everywhere I turn these days, whether it be epic, orchestral, or cinematic music, or an emotional pop song, I'm hearing a certain style of instrumental form, a way of playing the chord. I don't know what to call it. I'm thinking it's the wobble, it's the oscillation. I don't know. I need your help with it. We'll take a look at it today, talk about how it works. All right, so this has really been pestering me. My brain always tries to name things so that I can categorize them and get them there, and I haven't got a good word for it. Listen and take a look to this little instrumental form. So any chord progression can be handled a bunch of ways. A simple chord progression, something like C, A minor, F. That's blocky and honestly is not very elegant. So what we frequently do is we invert one or more of the chords. Take a look at the difference if I play the C chord with the C on top. C, A minor's right there, and then F right there. And I get what we call a well-voiced chord. There's a rule of parsimony where we're basically being lazy. We're moving each voice just a tiny bit. Now, I could easily do any number of instrumental forms to that chord progression, something like is very old school, or perhaps something a little more elegant, arpeggiate the chord. But this technique that we're talking about, the wobble, does something kind of great. It creates a sense of alternating something in the way that this was alternating. And it also has some of the elegance of the arpeggiation, doesn't it? Let's go back to my original chord progression. Not only did I try to voice these chords well, and you can see here the E slipping down to the D sharp gives me the G sharp minor chord, but I want my wobble to reflect that as well. Let's listen to it from the beginning again, and you'll hear how the voices work together. I'm using suspensions, prepared dissonances, basically, as part of my wobble. Well, I wondered what that would sound like with orchestra, because we do hear this kind of thing in sort of epic pop. And so what does it sound like? Well, let's just take a look. Let's look at it chunk by chunk, right? Let's look at the bass, cello, and viola first, and listen to them as well. The bass is playing on half notes, the cello on quarters, and the viola on eighths. The basses and cello have basically spiccato or staccato attacks. The viola is doing a legato sound, and I'm carefully phrasing it like so, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. Let's add the second violins going the opposite direction, also legato phrasing. Again, the rule of parsimony means I try to make the the wobbles and the lines move smoothly. I'm voicing the chords carefully in order to make it make sense. A little melody on the top, and this is in the first violins, just ascending. We'll hear woodwinds in a moment. It sort of comes together when you add a melody on the top, doesn't it? Well, just for giggles, I thought, I need to double this stuff with winds and a little percussion or something. I decided actually what I would use would be clarinet, flute, and harp. Listen to the clarinet, flute, and harp just together by themselves. It's a great texture. You want to maybe check out my woodwind doubling video from last week. I love the sound of everything, of course, with strings. All right, look at everybody all together. It looks a little dense, doesn't it? But it propels us in a great way. I think I sort of first became aware of this in television music. Television themes have to have a lot of energy and propulsion, but also use symphonic textures as well. Using the winds to double the phrasing in the violas and second violins really helps thicken it up and gives it a little more attack. The plucking harp also gives it some energy, doesn't it? Well, I hope this has been useful. Coming up, it's Black History Month, so we'll be looking at the music of Duke Ellington. We've got lots of other things planned for this month. I'm doing videos every day right now, so subscribe to the channel and let me know what's up for you. Do tell me what to call this technique. I mean, I know the names for stuff, I do, but I don't know the name for this. I spent some time with the thesaurus this morning, and I couldn't come up with anything that I liked. Ding the bell, you'll know when I post a new video, but the way I'm going right now, that's probably going to be tomorrow. I'll see you next time.